So I was thinking about Star Wars and metal detecting. Imagine Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader, somebody with the capacity to use the Force, whether it be the light side or the dark side. Put their hand up. Here comes the rings. That would be great, right? Wrong. That would be absolutely horrible, because that would defeat the purpose of metal detecting. Luke would lift all of the rings and all of the pull tabs and everything out of the soil. Guess what that would do? That would end metal detecting. That would be horrible. And imagine the holes in the ground. I mean, the people who trolled metal detecting videos on YouTube about not being able to cut holes, oh man, they'd have a field day. All of those cheap gravitational tricks kind of cheapens the relationship between the hero and the tool that they have mastered using, which is a lightsaber in the case of Star Wars and a metal detector for us detector dorks. And that's the thing about metal detectorists. They are in perfect harmony with the universe when they understand the ground that they're on, and they perfectly understand their detector. In this video, I am learning a new detector, the Nokta Makro, and I'm using it for the first time on the beach. I'm meeting with somebody named Ninja Detectorist, Mr. Adam Nash, who is an excellent detectorist. And I also get bullied a little bit by a bird, so stay tuned.
When detecting with a ninja, one must choose the right tools. This is fine.
Look at the fog that's happening. I have a feeling it's the presence of the Ninja Detectorist. It was the year 2009, the year of the dragon. The prophecy predicted that two ninjas would meet on a beach in Queens to save the world from coin and ring pollution, and to end the worldwide debate on whether the Minelab Equinox 800 or the Nokta Makro Anfibio Multi is the better beach detector. Worldwide might be a stretch. Maybe 50 people in the world are having that debate. And the prophecy was our Facebook chat, but you see, Facebook could be more accurate than Nostradamus because they spy on everybody. Anyway, back to the music. Like I was saying, the sun stood still in the sky. The waves bowed as the two ninjas walked towards each other. Even the animals kept their distance. Except for one asshole bird, but we'll get to him in a few minutes. And then the great ninja appeared.
I have found a ninja. How are you? Hey, good to meet you.
What do ninjas do after they finally meet after a long journey? It's called small talk.
I was here earlier when all of the beach erosion was happening. Like, looking at this, I'm thinking that it has been dredged here, but
no, they definitely have not done dredge here.
Okay.
The only dredging they've done, meaning dumping new sand,
yeah,
is on beach 96th Street,
where all the cliffs were, and
yeah.
The other thing that happens when ninjas meet is that ninjas talk about tools, what they swing in the case of metal detecting. And he swung the Minelab Equinox 800, which was the detector I was going to get until I saw a few videos about the Anfibio. And it is quite a detector. He also had the oversized coil on it. So not only was I anxious to see how the Anfibio performed on the beach, I also wanted to see how the Minelab Equinox 800 performed. Now with the macro, you have to think in terms of layers. The program I used was Beach, frequency 14 kilohertz, and the gain, which is different than sensitivity, I set to 82. Disk I sent to 12, and ground balance is 40. Now I want to mention that I thoroughly read the manual and I followed the advised settings in the manual.
Step one, let's find that coin line.
15 minutes later.
All right, so I'm about 15 minutes in, not one signal. So I'll say this, even in a dredged beach, if you don't get a signal in 15 minutes, you're doing something wrong.
I must have had something set up wrong because all I could get were these choppy signals. Then there would be signals that sure sounded like they were something, and then I would spend 3 to 5 minutes digging each one. I'd go deeper and deeper, and nothing would be there. It was definitely frustrating. Now, as I see it, here's the difference that I see between the macro and the Equinox. Equinox, there are programs that are plug and play, and the macro everything is customizable. This machine was hard. At times, I found myself looking for a pulse. And that pun was, of course, partially intended for pulse induction, which I'm very familiar with.
Definite signal.
So I went where I told you not to go in my beach tutorials because I was desperate. I went to the dry.
All right, got it in my scoop. Oh, look at this. Wow, that's interesting. Something old. All right, I'm happy with that. First beach signal with the Anfibio. Took me long enough, but let's see if there's anything else around.
Yeah, there was something else around.
Look at this guy. He's yelling at me. He wants to try the Anfibio too. Oh boy.
And run.
I'm out of here. Just got chased down by a bird. Guess he's protecting his nest.
And this is where the frustration started to boil over.
That bird, he's still tasting himself. Thinks he's all that. Yeah, you chased a metal detectorist away.
And that's where I started thinking to myself that somebody has to teach that bird a lesson. You're not just messing with any metal detectorist here. I'm the best metal detecting rapper on Earth. In fact, my last metal detecting rap video got 500 views. Oh, it's game time. Who you trying to get crazy with, Birdie? Don't you know I'm loco? Bird, you picked the wrong day to start static with me. I haven't found a dime and I usually don't miss it. Now I'm trying to grind, make the macro lift it. You're about to get pumped like a field goal kick it. Better close your beak, you'll commit a cardinal sin. I ate whack bird for breakfast and I'm egalitarian. There's a reason you're endangered, I'm about to rearrange ya. You're just an angry bird and I'm a Power Ranger. You better do the math, I'm the quotient, you remainder. Go hide your golden egg, you're in the presence of a ninja. I get it, you on the bird testosterone bender, but you better step off before I verbally singe ya. Tweet, chirp, chirp, make your girly flirt, flirt. Red cap, black shirt, witty with my verse. Verse out, rap out, burp, shake her booty, twerk, twerk. Warning shot, overt, beach, scoop, insert, dig a hole, work, work, bury all the jerk. Birds, you fit right in the dirt, dirt, for what it is worth, return to sender, dove, words, no surrender, hawk, verbs, and then the eagle said, I've got 99 problems and the beach is one. Gotta make quick work like big pond. I'm learning my detector round Woody Woodpecker, who's being an aggressor while I'm trying to dig some nectar. Like Chicago Black Hawks, I'm gonna cross check ya. Let me tell you what, I'm gonna claim my scepter. I'll make you eat crow like Hannibal Lecter. So you better step off, I don't wanna be pestered.
And this is how it really went down.
If I was any younger, I would have taken you, bird. Oh crap, here he comes again. All right, man. What? What? Yeah, I told him this time. See those? Those are nice birds. They're not territorial. They don't want to kill me. Good job, birds.
So I spent the rest of the afternoon metal detecting, and all of my signals were in the dry. I did find maybe about $2 and change, and the problem was the wet. So again, if it's dry, you could do what the macro does, which is go very deep. That's not a problem. But it really started to false in the wet.
Got our first wet target.
I spent a total of a minute and a half of time on this signal, and then...
Frustrating, the signal just went away.
So right now I'm an administrator in a school, and over the 18 years of my educational career, there have been students that I remember very well that teased you with their promise. They were so frustrating because you can tell that they were so smart and so capable, but they didn't quite get it together like at the moment that you were teaching them. And I kind of feel the same way about the Nokta Makro. Like, it'll go so deep. Watch this.
Video is showing off her depth again. Let's see if it's a big target or a small target. I should have brought my pinpointer. I'm going to keep this. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. It's scrap metal. It's a deep iron piece. Look at that. I'd say close to 2 feet down. It's a big piece though.
So after patrolling the dry for a while, I got sick of it, and I wanted to see how my friend Ninja Detectorist did with his Equinox 800.
Any luck?
It's a lot of change right here.
A lot of change right here in the wet.
But, a couple of weird things. This is, I think, a ring that girls wear on 3 fingers.
That's awesome. Those look like knuckles.
No, that's what I thought first, but I've seen these before. They're so thin, you can see.
Wow. That's going to be a bucket lister now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was weird looking. Then, I found this thing. I don't know. I couldn't figure out why the hell is this key here.
Wow.
On the beach, right?
Looks like it's a remake.
Yeah, well, it looks like something. But then I found something about 10 feet away. I kind of think they belong together in some weird way. So I found this moon, right? But look at the similarity in the metal.
Yeah, you're right.
So I kind of feel like this was kind of some kind of like...
So let me break it down for you. Me and my Nokta Makro got my butt kicked by the Ninja Detectorist and his Equinox 800. But I roasted that bird.
What you looking at? Don't you shake your tail at me.
And I found out why he was grumpy in the first place.
Prohibita la entrada because of bird sex. No wonder he's angry. This horny little punk.
Before I get off my bird tangent, dude has real estate in New York. okay? Like, he's got that square on the beach. Come on, man. You know, like, be nice. You're a bird and you have real estate.
So we were just talking shop, and Adam was nice enough to let me take the wet over here. We're heading the same direction now because he knows I want to get that wet signal. So I'll take a coin right now, you know. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to narrow up my my V patterns just so that I know, because this is an area he pointed out that there's a lifeguard that's on duty. I'm talking to the camera. And this is a spot that's been swam in, and you see the surfer out there. So just for now, I'm going to narrow up and we'll see what we get. So I've done this much of the beach, not one coin signal. I don't like that. I mean, this is a learning curve day. Oh, it's something. It's not registering. There we go. Okay, we dig it. I think I got it. I don't got it.
So what you just saw right there was a signal that repeated. It wasn't a sporadic signal. It was something that repeated. I always follow the rule, if it repeats, you dig it. I dug it, then we lose it. So it was a false signal. And this was 3 examples in this video. So what do? You know, you invest $600 and something in a detector. You go home, you study, and you try it again.
Do you guys want to be on camera or not really?
It doesn't matter, sure.
Okay, well, this is my camera, by the way. I got...
How cool is that?
It's the ultimate hands-free, so...
Yeah?
I'm here, yep,
And
here
they
with...
look nice, too.
Thank you! It's like the biggest pair of glasses, but... yeah, I got Dennis, Marilyn, Jonathan.
Hey.
Jonathan's trying a new detector today.
Yeah.
And we are at Orchard Beach.
Okay, so I know this video is getting on the long side, but watch the next minute or so, because we are at a different setting, different mineralization, and the same thing is happening. And it's a quirk of the detector, there's no doubt about it, but in other detectors, if I hear a signal repeat, I'm going to dig it, unless if it's iron. This, basically, you can't be sure, and it's very frustrating. It gives a much stronger sound when there's a solid object, but what about deep? You know, you often get these deep, weak signals. It could be something, or it could just be a little piece of metal that is making the Nokta work. And again, it's the strongest thing and the weakest thing about the Nokta. It is so finely tuned that any little thing can make it false, and the flip side of that is it gets the deepest of signals. So I'm working this out here. I'm doing my research. It's tough.
1 inch down, let's dig it. Got it in the scoop. We don't have it in the scoop. This is a signal that I like. Solid 30. 1 to 2 inches down. Might be a nickel.
So I did get some signals in the wet, and I've been able to dig some signals in the wet.
Yep. We have surf nickel.
But it is not reliable in salt water, in beach mode at least.
Case study Anfibio in beach mode. Watch this. I found a target. Solid target. pinpointed it, maybe 2 targets, 3 inches and 3 inches.
And then?
Now I dug them, and watch this.
And then?
See how it's choppy all of a sudden?
And then? I switched my detector, and watch what happened.
To familiarity. The difference. There we go. I'll take my pulse induction machine.
So this one turned out to be a real shocker, because when I saw the ring I thought that it was silver, but there was an engraving that said 18K on it. So what is the ultimate tool that a detectorist has? It's your mind and the inferential knowledge that is built up after swinging a detector again and again and again for years. All a metal detector is a tool that helps you locate a metal object under the ground, because your mind, unless if you're Luke Skywalker, can certainly not do that. It also helps you accurately decide if the target is worth digging. I think my frustration with the Nokta is going through the learning curve, which is essentially being demoted from being a ninja, because I had a perfect working understanding of the Minelab Safari, my previous detector. I'm sure that there's solutions that I don't know, and I'm definitely going to give it more time, but make no mistake, despite the silly rap video with the bird, the true theme of this video is that the mastery of any tool takes repetition and time. And to be a ninja, it takes perfect chemistry with the tool that you use. I'm going to keep swinging. Thank you all for watching.